Good afternoon, everybody. This is Karen Jones. I just wanted to let you know that I will be posting some information about this new ludicrous plan that the superintendent has to borrow a $28 million bond. We've been trying to tell y'all this for the last 3 years. Everything we've been posting, every piece of information I've been putting out there, calling in the radio talk shows, and you all thought it was a personal vendetta against the board members. Now you see that basically with the $28 million bond she is proposing to take out, it's not about your children, and it's not about preparing them for life, preparing them to lie. If we have a school system with failing schools and the only traditional high school, Carver High School, the only traditional high school that is not on the failing list, they're building a new East Side High School, which the superintendent said will only allow 9th and 10th graders, 80 from Lee, 200 from JD. Let me break this down to you because some of y'all act like y'all don't slow dial up. If she only allows 280 students at that new school, she knows she'll have lawsuits out the wazoo. All of the high schools in this city are Title I schools. Title I school, meaning they get extra funding because of the low income status. Park High School, which will be the new high school, and Carver High School, which is a passing high school and has been. Lee and JD have been on the needs improvement list and the failing schools list for almost a decade. A decade meaning almost 10 years. Now, if you have students, because of the No Child Left Behind, let me just tell you parents this. You have a choice to go to any high school you prefer in the county. We don't have but 4. 3 of them are failing. Carver is the only one that is passing. Carver can't hold but about 1,100 students. Therefore, Carver will be inundated with students. They're trying to keep your children out of that new Park High School. Why? Because most students in this county receive free and reduced lunch, making them low income, which provide more funding, Title I funding, per pupil funding. So if low income students go to the new East High School, follow me now, in a high income property area, that will devalue property value. So if you low income minority children, because we are the majority in this county, go to the new high school, which you have the right to do because 3 of our high schools, Lee, JD, and Lanier, are failing and have consecutively been on the needs improvement list, failing list for a number of years. You have the choice to go to any high school that is a non-failing school. We don't have but one, and that's Carver. Carver cannot hold but 1,100 children. So don't get bamboozled by this. Oh, now we want to get a bond to build Carver, extend Carver High School. It's not about that. It's to resegregate. They're bringing it back. Carver, when it was initially supposed to be built in the section that was supposed to have the career tech and Hyundai, it was supposed to be much bigger than it is now. Reverend Nettles can attest to this. You remember he spoke at one of the meetings at Carver High School Auditorium. Mayor Bryce can attest to, as long as I'm a board member, Carver and Lanier will not merge together. Y'all remember when she said that? But of course, she's a liar, just like the rest of them. The superintendent will continue to lie to you all until you go to sleep or start taking naps on her, and then she'll try to pull another stunt like she's doing now. What I need for everyone to do, contact Tommy Bice, because I don't know what the state superintendent is doing. Contact Tommy Bice. We need a state takeover of our school. We need to request that our superintendent resign and all of the board members resign. They have lied to us. They're playing games with your children's education. They're putting our children further and further behind. This is not a personal vendetta. This is about policy. This is about the lies that they tell. I'll be posting the De Young study. They've closed 8 of our neighborhood schools, yet still paying power bills. It's supposed to be a savings, right? They didn't sell any of the property. They're still paying utilities. Why are the lights and utilities on at these empty buildings? I'll be posting more information. Please pass the word. We're not going to let this die. I'm going to try my best to get national attention, because we need to save our children and save the educational system in Montgomery County from being resegregated. Black people, we are the majority on the Board of Education. Therefore, you need to start blaming your black members for Uncle Thompson and being a sellout to each other. Can't blame the white man if we're in majority and they allow certain things to happen to our children in our neighborhoods, and even if it's not in our neighborhoods. It's the educational side of Montgomery County public school system. It began about 3 years ago. Y'all continue to let it happen, and now it's coming into fruition. Everything that they planned to do, everything that they sat in front of us at meetings and told us they wouldn't do. Don't worry, I have the documentation. I'll be bringing it up. Who gonna check me today, boo? I'll be pasting it and posting it and clipboarding it for you to go run tell it to the other little slaves to do their dirty work. It's time now that we come together, demand that they either do right by the children and teachers, and especially the special needs, which often get blamed for the low AYP scores, yet they don't tell you that gifted students are special needs children too. So, I'll be posting information. Keep up with me. Ask questions. If you have any information, post it. We need this to go viral. We need this. This is a national outcry to save our schools, save our children. If you think 18 homicides in the first few weeks of this year is not what we should be shouting about, wait until they put 2 rivaling schools together for this super magnet school. And another thing, the super magnet schools in which all these magnet children are so elite and doing so well, well, why is Carver students, traditional students, why are they doing just as well as the magnet students? Either the magnet students are not as intelligently inclined as they would have you to believe, or Carver High School students need to up the status from traditional children to magnet students, because they are performing just as well as the magnet students. So we demand that the superintendent and board of education, who in the past 3 years have continuously lied to us, they've lied and committed fraudulent acts on SIG grants, student improvement grants, for millions of dollars. They've lied to us to our face about the merging of Carver and Lanier, amongst other things that I will be bringing out, reminding you of the lies that they've given us and the lies that you have accepted. If you're not fired up about this, you should be. They're moving quick. They're moving fast. When you let a board member get away with harassing, terrorizing, cursing out a parent, then they think that they can get away with everything else because we sit back. And some of us radio hosts, for ratings, join in on the hyperbole of a personal vendetta against a board member. Now, how that going to work out with you now that basically, since she's coming out with the memos about the potential merging of Carver and Lanier and everything we've been talking about for the last 3 years, admitting to everything that those educational advocates like myself and others have been telling you all are true. Because if you read the article, and I'll post it for you, and the memo that Tom Salter sent out to let you know everything we told y'all for the last 3 years has been true. She basically admitted to everything. Stay tuned. We keeping it real. We keeping it 100. Please share it with the lame brains of the Board of Education, because they'll lie like they don't have Facebook accounts, but you know your friends on Facebook, they'll show y'all how you doing. And if you don't like it, y'all can gather around, grab each other's hands and kiss my ass, because I will be posting a whole lot of information today. Have a happy Friday. Bye.